CEO and founder of Healerverse. Welcome back to the Roundtable. Today is an amazing day. It's Friday. It's the 12th, the 19th of December, rather. And today we have Puja. Yeah! I'm excited to welcome Puja, and we're going to have a really good conversation and a really good day. She's been working on some amazing things, and I cannot wait to hear more. She is an incredible human, and I actually met her at one of the Healerverse events in Delray. I'm going to turn it over to our girl without any delay.
Hi guys, thank you so much for having me. My name is Puja Patel. I am a physician assistant. I was trained as a physician assistant. I graduated in 2012, and I worked in the emergency room and urgent care space for many, many years. I saw the need for getting to the root cause of the problem, basically, not just covering stuff up with a medicine, basically, with has a lot of side effects and stuff like that. um, Along with like my own personal healing journey, went through a divorce, a lot of trauma happened in my life, and I was interested in holistic well-being. I took my first meditation course in 2007 at Berkeley, and my dad was actually an avid meditator himself. And I grew up with that, but I found it again in 2017 when I was just amidst turmoil. Um, I started meditating every single day. Then it is now it's twice a day. And I was doing yoga a multitude of times per day, kind of thing. And in 2019, I became a Reiki practitioner. In during COVID, I got my Reiki Masters, but I didn't like that I did the second two course, like the last portion of the Reiki training online. Although I was like getting positive feedback from clients and stuff like that, I wanted to do it in person. So I did Reiki's one through all the way to master again recently. So I've gotten two Reiki masters, and then I'm also into pranic healing as well, which is different. I don't know if you're familiar with it. It's an energy healing modality. It's a little bit different from Reiki in that it clears uh, dense negative energy from the field and your chakras and whatever organs you want to focus on. And then, like this kind of motion you do to clear out the negative energy, and then you energize, similar to how you would in Reiki. I just got my level 2 pranic healing certificate, and with that, I learned how to use color, which is just fascinating stuff. I learned how to bring in the universal life force energy through the different chakras and output through my hands, various colors for whatever I need to treat. And yeah, I'm very, very excited to use that in my practice as well. Um, what else can I talk about? I Yeah, do you have any questions? I use a lot of different
Yeah.
things in
Can you
my.
can you tell us more about pranic healing?
Yeah, certainly. Oh, Natalie's here. Let me admit. I don't know why
Amazing.
it's telling me to admit people, but I have them.
I I made everybody co-host today.
Oh, okay. That's so funny. Yeah. Yeah, so pranic healing basically, like I said, you start off by viewing the field, right? And I actually have this device. It's called a biowell device, where I can measure the biofield, and it will show people visually what their biofield looks like. If there's any breakages in the field, along the spine, because that's how energy rises through your system, right from the base to the crown. So if there's a blockage in the lumbar spine, for example, you're not going to get the energy flowing as it should. So they get a visual of everything. And with the biowell, you get like how much joules in energy is going to each chakra, for example, and how much joules output you have. It's very scientific. And then with pranic healing, you can actually sense those blockages, and you use a receptacle of salt and water, and because water holds energy and salt dissolves it, negative energy. And you cleanse and then you place that density in the salt water. Or you can visualize a fire that is green or orange, to do the same. And yeah, so like the beauty of having a physician assistant background is that, like, say I find like something in your thyroid, right? If I feel density in your thyroid, if the biowell is showing increased energy going to your thyroid, I can tell you to get a TSH, T4, and a reflex T3 test. You know what I mean? And we can talk about that and how you can integrate levothyroxine while we're working on getting your thyroid up to optimal capacity, kind of thing. So yeah, like I'm basically Puja is East meets West, bridging science and spirituality at the same time, kind of thing.
That's so powerful and so amazing. And I feel like a lot of the practitioners on Healerverse very much have a either westernized or some sort of a background that involves like westernized medicine or like it's not that there's anything wrong with it per se, but I did this thing on Instagram yesterday and I did it again today, but it's like working with the systems. And it's like, there's a lot of benefits to westernized that we just don't have in Eastern, but Eastern is where everything started, where it comes from. And to have both is so amazing. Like yesterday, I actually got something cut. Manny, look, something cut out of my arm. I think it was a bug bite that got infected, for example. Like, and it was so itchy for like a month and a half. I did red light therapy, I did all these things, but ultimately it was not going away. So I finally went, I was like, all right, I got to get this thing checked out. But if I'm honest with myself and thinking about the Eastern way, I've been eating a lot of sugar the last 6 months, for example. So like I know that like my body is not healing at the rate that it would if I was doing my mostly herbs and stuff like that and like, so and I love what you're doing with Eastern and Western and I love Reiki. Like I don't know as much about prana, that's why I was asking you about it.
Mhm.
Does it have to do with breathing as well?
With pranic healing, no, I use my breath while I'm doing the energy healing, but the patient can be in breathing however they want to, kind of thing. Yeah,
Okay.
I know prana means breath, pranayama. You're thinking pranayama, breath work. Prana actually is life force energy. Like that's what, yeah. So breath it. That's what the word prana stands for. I need to look up the Sanskrit definition. But life force energy, yeah.
Love that. Love it.
Yeah, and like what you said about like Western medicine, like I my mom was an Ayurvedic provider. Okay, so she knows the everything holistic, right? But growing up, my brother-in-law was a doctor, and I was in the United States. So I kind of downplayed my Eastern side and went the Western route, right? And
Mhm.
when I did that, like I realized like all of these pharmaceuticals, like they're based on an herb. Like they get their inspiration from a lot of the things. Like aspirin is willow bark, right? Um, but with Western, like you need Western medicine. I want Western medicine if I'm having a heart attack, okay? Because Eastern medicine isn't gonna do anything in the midst of an acute problem. If I get my arm cut off, I need Western medicine to stop the bleeding and do the things, right? But the Eastern medicine, I want that to prevent the heart attack from happening, right? Because most things are caused from stress, and that like stressing your system, you like outside stresses, environmental stresses, all of the things, right? So getting to the root cause is key. And with energy work, like the bio well is going to show, hey, you have increased joules in energy to your thyroid, right? And that is going to come before my TSH4, my blood work is abnormal. And my
Mm.
blood work will be abnormal before I have a thyroid nodule or thyroid cancer. So doing the energy work is going to, I'm not saying it's going to prevent it, but it helps keep your body in a stable uh, field, just stable so you don't develop these things, right? And that's why I was telling you about the ASEA supplement that I became a brand partner for. And I was like so excited about it because like that's kind of it helps your body heal. Um, did you do any research about it at all?
A little
I know
bit, but
all about ASEA.
Yeah, yeah, it's like amazing
Yeah,
stuff, Hillis, isn't it?
it is.
Are you taking it?
I used to, but the thing is, what I appreciate about it and everything else is that once you take it, you have to keep taking it. There's no, you take it for like 90 days. And, oh, yeah, I feel better. It's a process of where you take it and then one thing gets corrected, then you take something else gets corrected. It's like this process of self-correcting because of the glutathione that's in it to help
Mhm.
the immune system. But the only reason why I didn't stick with it is because you have to keep taking it. And me personally, if I want something, I'm going to want something that well. When I take it, I don't have to keep taking it. It's like uh, like any good doctor, any good healer, you go to them until you can do things yourself. I mean, it's a great product. Don't get me wrong, but it's just one of those things like, oh yeah, I got to keep taking it for the rest of my life. No, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, you don't necessarily like with ASEA, like I have a bottle here. The ingredients are water and sodium chloride, right? And it's signaling molecules. Your mitochondria has in the ATP production pathway, you create reductants and oxidants, right? And those are the molecules that tell your body, hey, this cell is damaged, come fix me, kind of thing. And as you age, your body's natural ability to signal declines, which is why like when you're, I don't know, 7 years old, you can fall off your bike and go to school the next day. But like now, if I fell off my bike, it'd take me 2, 3 days to recover. If my mother, who's just in the hospital, by the way, if she fell off a bike, then she would break a hip or be out for quite a bit of time. You know what I mean? So like we have decline in the signaling molecules, which is why you supplement with it kind of thing. But and initially like as your body is getting adjusted, like I'm on eight ounces a day because I had a concussion and all the things. So I'm like hoping it helps with that. I just started last month. I'm seeing a lot of other benefits. My cognition does seem to be better. But yeah, I'm gonna go back down to 4 every day just because I want it in my system. But I don't want to be taking 8 ounces a day, like you said, Hillis. I just want to have enough that my body at this age is signaling how the best it could, kind of thing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a really great product. But something I wanted to ask you because you talked about the thyroid and the energy and the buildup and things like that. And so, do you think that one of the benefits of East meets West is preventative energy work, or to assist people who have excessive trauma due to stress or PTSD due to any internal or external traumas? Do you think that the buildup of that in their body and their adrenals and their thyroid does that play a factor in all of that, and how do you help someone with that to
Yeah.
clear to heal?
Thank you for asking that. Yeah, like I don't know if you're familiar with the book The Body Keeps Score. What you're talking about is definitely a thing. Trauma is stored in your body. It doesn't necessarily have to be in your physical body. It can be in your energetic body too, right? You do energy healing yourself, so you're probably familiar with like having density in your field. And when you remove that through energy healing, that definitely helps. Um, in relation to the thyroid, with trauma and things, you have increased cortisol level if you have an increased stress response and things like that, if your emotions are constantly activated, right? So your body's outputting a lot of things, and the thyroid itself can potentially not function the best it could if you have all this cortisol in your system, right? So addressing the trauma, addressing all of the things would help with that. Now, like you still need the building blocks for everything, right? You need the enough vitamins and things like that to be able to live adequately. So energy work alone is not enough. You have to have a healthy diet. You have to move your body. You have to ground yourself. You have to, be aware of your breath and make sure you're having the long exhales and not just like a, because that's going to put you in a state of fight or flight.
Thank you so much for that. Yeah, the breath is important. It's funny because I had a client I just started with, and she was doing the short breaths. I'm like, who taught you that? It's like, "Oh, something I learned along the way." I'm like, no, that's not the right way.
Yeah.
And she's a trauma survivor, so yeah, I get why she does. It's automatic, and so it's like you have to retrain the body, retrain the mind
Mm-hmm.
to say, okay, you're calm, you're safe,
Mm-hmm.
everything's okay. So it's like, it takes a while for people to
Yeah.
complete that.
Yeah, another thing that works is like your vagus nerve, because your nerve is responsible for the parasympathetic, the rest and digest state, right? So having them like really massage the vagus nerve, and since I got into Sia, the gel, actually this gel, the state because it's signaling, right? And you put it on the vagus nerve, it's incredible. Like I've seen people, I haven't done it myself yet. I want to on people reflex testing, right? And
Oh, it's good
balance
for
test.
that.
And then you just apply the gel on the vagus nerve and they suddenly have balance. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's a little tip for you, something that I loved when I used it because I was and still am on my computer a lot, is to get your little eyedropper and put like about 3 drops in each eye. It will refresh your eyes.
Oh, with the Sia?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. I didn't see you. I didn't even know that. I
Yeah,
just got into it.
I know some tips and tricks because I used to take it. So
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's good stuff.
yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I'm just like so grateful for everything. And like with my I don't know, is Trish around?
You just stepped away, but
Yeah.
she'll be right back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I with the energy healing, I have gotten oh hi
Oh, it's good for animals too.
puppy. Oh hi.
The
Dora,
Sia is amazing for
this is
pets.
my mom's dog, and she sometimes when she comes to my house, if my mom drops her off, she'll sit by the front door waiting for my mom to come back. So I didn't want her to be doing that. You know.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like, let me
Mm.
just go get her.
Yeah. Oh, sweetheart.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love animals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me
Oh my God,
too.
she's so yeah.
Oh,
Manny, you have a question?
yes, I do.
Go
Thank you,
on,
Pooja.
of course.
Um, I love learning about your journey, and I'm curious about how you made the transition, right, from PA, from physician assistant. Trish knows how that's been a stumbling block for me. And I think Hillis too. I think I had a conversation with Hillis about uh, I worked for like 25 years as a psychotherapist.
Mhm.
licensed clinical social workers, psychotherapist. And I really feel like there's been a lot of wiring in my brain about the allopathic medicine way. And so rewiring my brain to make the transition towards a healerverse um, paradigm
Mhm.
uh, has been uphill, but I'm getting there. So I'm just wondering, like, how was that process for you? Whether it was time, process, what was your secret sauce in that journey?
Yeah, thank you. So interest, right? And it sounds like you're already having interest in the holistic realm. So I did my research and I learned about Reiki while I was still a PA, and while I was a PA, if there's someone who is like having really high blood pressure or something, I ask them for permission. And I have done Reiki on my patients before, if they're in pain, that kind of thing. Um, as a PA. Now, like, they have other branches of medicine that I'm getting board certified in lifestyle medicine next year. I'm going to sit for the exam. So lifestyle medicine is all about, diet, exercise, good social connections, avoiding substances. Um, you know, there's a multitude of pillars in lifestyle medicine, which is consistent with the holistic world. So,
So,
yeah,
follow-up question. So, are you still walking between the two worlds, or did you make a clean break?
I love both worlds, honestly. Like I studied very hard to learn about the body and anatomy and physiology and all of that. And not just because I'm also into energy work doesn't mean that the body physiology stuff is irrelevant, right? You combine the two. It's just getting deeper knowledge. Like
Yeah.
I learned about the physical, and now I'm learning about the energetic and learning how the energetic influences the physical,
Hmm.
right? So,
So it isn't so much about wearing the 9 to 5 hat and then take that off and put on the Healerverse hat. It's more like you're actually in the hybrid
mhm,
um,
I
every
combine.
day.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I don't like. I'm not. Into prescription stuff anymore, but I do understand there is a need for prescription medicines, right? I have family that's on prescription medicines. My mom, for example, who's just discharged from the hospital, like as soon as she got home from the hospital, I had her started on ASEA because that's going to help her body signal where she needs help, right?
Hmm.
And you can take it with the medicine. Now, like she has diabetes. So with diabetes, I told her keep an eye on your sugar because as your pancreas starts getting better at signaling, you're not going to need the diabetes medicines. And if you take them, your sugar will go too low, So like it's bridging both. Um, I myself do the crystals and everything, a lot of woo-woo stuff I do. And you can't necessarily you can't talk about it in an urgent care room, for example. But like with certain patients, I did recommend things, like yeah, like I just want that's why I started Peace with Puja because I want to be able to be immerse myself fully into both and use my expertise with both to help people achieve like total well-being.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you.
of course.
I have a question for you.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know what your knowledge is of the inner workings of uh, ERs or ORs or anything like that, but I know in New York, just when I moved from New York to down here, that they were allowing Reiki practitioners in the OR. So, do you know of anything like that down here in Florida where hospitals are allowing Reiki practitioners or energy healers in ORs?
I actually just moved down here in March, so I'm a newbie down to Florida here too. I lived in Philadelphia for
Uh,
many years. Uh-huh. But they do, I know that like as long as they're licensed, like the hospital can hire them. With a Reiki provider, you need if you want to do that, you need like a massage therapy license or something like
Yeah, like a
that to be
hands-on.
able to
Oh,
practice.
it
Yeah.
looks like I have to get my massage license then, huh?
Talk to Nat.
No, you know what? I think, yeah, there's just like it basically working with the system, right? I think you just have to pay a fee. It's like not like going to get a massage license. I think that I found this out maybe about a year ago from
Hmm.
one of the healers on Healerverse. She told me that, you know, there's different licenses and stuff that it's basically you just pay to whatever like state you're in or whatever county you're in, you just pay and you're good.
Okay,
And
I
then
have to reach out to Janelle then.
yeah, because I think Delray Beach has Reiki practitioners that go in. I know in London when Balbir Judge got hurt, I don't know if you guys know who that is, but
Mm-mm.
they had Reiki healers going in to him. I will say that we do have a lot of big things brewing in Healerverse right now with the military, and that should definitely by next year, like be a pretty big deal for everybody on this call. And then you might just have to pay your damn local whatever, like in order to be part of that. But I'll keep you guys in the loop. And
And can you connect me to Janelle? Because I don't know who she is
she's on
exactly.
Healerverse.
She is okay.
Yeah, Janelle.
You
Yep.
need to get the app going, Trish.
Oh my God, we're like doing it right now. Like somebody is like, yeah, I know. It's in the pipeline. Somebody promised me that they were giving me like, you know, millions of dollars in February and they're not. It's still kind of all on Trish, to be honest with you.
Got it.
Yeah. But we're close. We're really close. So like for like the military stuff, which is also what we'll implement, similar to what Pooja's doing with corporate well-being and stuff. We'll do like you know, like a telehealth and like healing in groups because then practitioners can lead it and then it's like affordable and have a multitude of people in the room and stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. I love you, Trish.
Yeah, and Manny, like you know, we need you with both your experiences, the healer side that like went to India and disappeared for months, and the clinical background too. I think it's so important that we all have all of our own experiences. It's so important, you know. I had no idea like everything that I've done. Like, what am I? I'm 40. I'm almost 41 in February. Like everything we do leads us to all of a sudden this like grand finale where it's like, oh, everything makes sense.
Are you there? Are you there yet?
Yes.
All right, good.
I feel like it. I feel like this is such a good month, like astrologically. And I don't want to hijack this, but I will say quickly, like, you know, we're really like wrapping up the 9 year, right? And we're going into a 1 year with numerology. And we're really entering into like an accelerated version of the age of Aquarius, with the North Node going into Aquarius next year. And then it's the fire horse. Since I think I'm a rat. I don't think this is going to be like the most like forward moving year for me. So I just need a lot of like partnerships, I think, that have like the energy behind them to be able to execute. I feel that I've been building stuff for so many years and now it's time to come out and play and like be like, "Phew, here's Healerverse, here's my book."
I love it.
Yeah, yo, my book launched this week on Amazon. This is another example of working with the systems, right? I hate Amazon. No part of me wants to launch anything on Amazon. Like, screw this company. After the download I got from Aliens in like 2021 or whatever, like how they're all like basically doing what they're doing to us. And the whole reason I built Healerverse was an anti-Amazon thing, right? So
So funny.
shit. Okay,
Jen,
that's
if
enough
you
out
have
of
a
me.
question, you had your hand raised.
Yeah. So Pooja, did you were you like born and raised in Pennsylvania or have you been in different states?
Yeah, I'm a nomad. I was born in India. I came to the States when I was 5. My father was becoming a citizen at that time, and I became one alongside him because I was younger. And then I was in Maryland for a few years and California, and went back to India for second and third grade. Came back to the States, different parts of Maryland. I've moved. Most people go to like 3 to 4 different schools, right? I've been to 14 because I moved so much. I can make friends like that though.
I bet. I
That's
bet.
the silver lining in all of that. But yeah, and after my father passed when I was 11, we moved to Pennsylvania, New Mexico, and then I settled in California. So I call myself a Californian because that was like the longest time period of my childhood that I stayed in one place. And then I went to Berkeley for college, Pennsylvania, Allentown, Pennsylvania for PA school. Found my ex-husband, moved to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania for him, and was there. I was just there for a long time, and I moved to Florida in March. Now
That is
I'm a Floridian, I think.
that is
No, you won't be
awesome.
fluid until you're at least here for 3 or 4 years. You have some.
Well, I was in
Yeah.
Philadelphia for from what 2016 till this year, and never called myself a Philadelphian because I didn't want to be a Philadelphian. People there, I love them, but they always have things to do and like go go go. It's like the next New York right now because everyone from New York is moving to Philly.
Well, also down here in Florida, if you haven't noticed.
Well, I like Florida. I feel so grounded here. Like like so peaceful. I don't even have to try and I feel grounded. Do you guys know about astrocartography?
Yes.
Yeah. It's another woo-woo thing, right?
No, I don't think so. I never thought it to be that because I mean you're trying to take advantage of the energy, and the best way to take advantage of the energy is not just your astrological, but also that's in alignment with the best place for you to live. That's with your sun sign, your Jupiter, your Venus, off with money, love, success. I mean, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, so I learned about astrocartography after I made the decision to move here in Delray. And when I found out about it, I did research, and Delray is one of my places that I will feel at peace. And it's true. Like it was just the universe, like, yeah.
Yeah, I think mine is in South America somewhere.
Well, you can have several. Like one of mine is in Tokyo, Japan, and
No,
San
I don't have any
Francisco.
strong ones here
Oh,
in the
really?
States. Yeah,
Oh,
no strong ones here. So I gotta leave the country at some point.
I'll visit.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
wonder if you could just go, like if you're gonna launch something, for example, right? Or like get married or whatever it is, right? You might be able to just like go there to like launch something and tap into the energies there, or go to wherever it is for whatever your purpose is to get inspired and then take it back. Like you don't always have to, I think, like move, but I've definitely messed with the astrocartography in my own life to play around because
Mhm.
that's fun.
So here's a thought. You know what? When I used to do plant medicine ceremonies, especially at a friend's house, I created like this gate, this crystal gate, where I would put crystals in the earth that I can go visit anytime I want it. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll find land or at my some of my spots and put crystals in the earth and connect to that energy that way, through the ley lines. Right?
Ah, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Um,
good idea.
I love crystals. Do you know about the Spyro, like EMF filtration? Yeah. So that's what I'm using, like the Spyro system. Like this is my little disc that like helps with the field around me. And that can also help with your crystal under the earth and having the spiral outlets to prevent the dirty electricity and just create a beautiful frequency around you, right?
Well, part of, what I do, because my particular modality, helps to filter out EMF radiation, microwave radiation, all that stuff. So, I mean, I do it energetically, so that's, yeah.
I love this. So
Awesome.
this is a really cool conversation to have. So like there's devices that can measure stuff, but there's people that also can tap into the energy and don't need any devices. Maybe that's something we could talk about for like 2 seconds. Just, a lot of people look to us to educate them, right? And a lot of people are married to devices, but a lot of people don't even need that to tell you you have this, that, or the other thing. Dogs don't need that,
No,
right?
no, not at all. Well, what's interesting about this is because the particular modality is that I utilize is Syrian Lemurian light energy. And this particular modality helps, nullify the fields, helps to keep toxicities out. And so, yeah, and like with all energy, there's always a dip. But as long as you maintain your field, maintain your awareness, you can, filter out these energies so it doesn't harm you in any way. And, I love the fact that there's all these EMF devices, these microwave devices, to help you, with your body, also with the 5G and all that stuff. But once you have them, they can only work for so long. And so that's the only thing. What I see is the downside of the external devices, as opposed to really tuning your own fields to really help with all that external necessity.
I
Yeah.
agree with that 100%. Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. It's like, yeah, devices are great. It's awesome, but at the end of the day, like you have doing it yourself it helps. Don't get it twisted. It definitely helps. It's very helpful, but how long is it going to be good for? So do you have to like recharge it? Do you have to like what do you do? But if you do it in yourself, like I bless my water. I Reiki my water. I Reiki my food. Like that's basically what I do. And you could tell the difference in the water, the quality of the water. Like if
Yeah.
you have a glass that is, unreikied versus one that is reikied, you could totally tell the difference. You
Yeah.
know?
You could taste the difference too, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
absolutely. And I've actually one the fun thing that I've done when I've done my Reiki class is that um I will put the water, I will let the people, I would not label the water, like they don't know what they're drinking, and then you could tell which one is which. So they could tell the difference in the water. So like
Mhm.
a blind taste. So it's pretty cool doing that.
And I can say to answer I answered a question that you didn't, or you kind of asked but didn't ask. So before I really got attuned to the work that I do, I used to have those EMF devices, those 5G devices. And I think one that I had lasted about 2 years, maybe three, without charging. And I asked the guy, I said, "Well, hey, how can I recharge this?" He says, "You can't." And I'm like, "I can't recharge it after it's done." He's like, "No." And so I have a friend here locally that has a scalar wave to where, you go in, you get the scalar waves and all that stuff. And you can put the water in there, you can put whatever in there. And I tried to charge it. I would like left it for a week. And it got a charge back, but it wasn't the same. And so, when we have these devices, we have to think about, okay, well, what's the long term benefit and effect for this, So I mean just a thought.
Yeah. With this one, this company in particular, they have like little cells inside. And if I drop this or if it gets exposed, broken, then it would no longer be functioning. But as long as the cells are secure, it's made from palladium, platinum, and something else.
Precious metals, yeah, I love it.
It's
Yeah,
really
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so then as long as it's not like broken, then it's going to be active because those precious metals are,
I think the
But
devices are really cool too because this day and age we're moving so quickly, right? So sometimes also, especially, it's nice to have the confirmation. Like I went to this event in London in 2022 and I went in one of those like machines and there was like these cool healers and I sat there and it gave me a picture of my aura and I was able to see where my aura was like maybe not going as far as it can. And like, especially when we're moving so quickly. Like I know I move quick, fast. Like if I could just be like doing some like, some cool stuff or whatever and just be like, okay, like, and then just go. But honestly, there's nothing as beautiful and feminine as tapping into our own personal human superpowers of also taking into account like what I'm actually feeling, what do I need? And I haven't really worked with any devices. I'm inspired by everybody's superpowers. And if also that can help to confirm some superpowers for people, I think that's super cool. Like, hey, like I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Because wait, Manny said something cool. He's like, I'm still working on limiting beliefs.
Nah.
Which I think we all are from past lives, from this timeline, all the things.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. No, but you know what? I want to add to what you're saying. I love all of that, but I will say that I do have some. I don't necessarily call them devices, but tools, so to speak. And maybe a device here or there that actually amplifies my abilities. So I mean, there's always that piece too. So I'm like, if you have the right tools and if you're in alignment with them, then yeah, amplify yourself.
yeah, definitely. And like we're in 2025, about to be in 2026. Like with the advent of technology, why not use that to your benefit? You know what I mean? Especially if it's going to help people. You know what I mean? Like we in this room can structure our water on our own with Reiki and things like that. But the mass public cannot, which is how, like, I mean, and having those kinds of things for them is fabulous, you know? But if you can do both, do Reiki and structure it on one of these things, like, what's the harm in it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like with my energy healing, I am talking to a med spa in Deerfield Beach where I'll be hosting Peace with Puja services. We're announcing our partnership in January, so you'll know exactly which one. But I love the space there. It's founded by two sisters who used to be like in the hospice care, and they really care about holistic well-being, not just like the med spa aspect, like Botox, collagen filler, all those things. They also have Reiki and things like that, chakra balancing that's already being offered there. So like, yeah, and like the vibe is really awesome. Like it reminds me of the Four Seasons spa that I went to in Philly. So I just, yeah, love it. Yeah.
I'm going to be a client there.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I tell you like what it would look like? The
Yes.
experience?
I would
Yeah.
love to get Botox and then go get Reiki or like both, like Reiki, Botox, Reiki. Although I'm thinking about not doing Botox anymore, but it's so much better on camera, guys. Like, you know what I
I
mean?
mean,
It's
I have
so,
I have had Botox in the past. My brother-in-law had the med spa. So I started getting it like in my mid 20s. And like I have a little bit of shower cap lines, but I haven't had Botox in like a year and a half. So all of it's gone at this point. But like with doing the right things, with managing your stress, with, like the ASEA stuff, like I've been putting this stuff on my face, like with everything like that, like you can see if you need it, you know what I mean? But like as long as you have your emotions, your frequency under control, like you're not going to develop the wrinkles. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's what was I talking about? Oh, the med spa.
med
Yeah.
spa. Yes. I'm so
Yeah, yeah,
excited for that.
yeah.
Congratulations. Huge
Thank you.
congratulations.
Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
basically, a person where I'm going to do a biowell session. So, like the energy, a biofield is what it measures, and it gives you in joules. I think I have it's like a
Amazing.
27-page report that you get. This is mine from earlier, and it'll give you like
Aw.
how aligned your chakras are, and tells you how big each one is, like in joules, like how much energy it's going, if it's too introverted or extroverted, that kind of thing. And the beautiful thing about the BioWell, it gives you this, like your meridian pathway, and if there's blockages along those pathways. So I do like a session on myself, and then I take the reading to my acupuncturist, and I'm like, here's my tongue, look at my ear, do what you got to do, but add these things too, and
Is it?
like just to keep myself at optimal health. But anyway, so people get an initial reading, and then
I love
I
that.
have like I will have a room there, and I have purchased like a PEMF mat.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so this is what it looks like. And they lay on it, and it's made from the mat itself is made from a bunch of gemstones. So it's jade, tourmaline, amethyst, and piezo, like electric earth materials is the fourth thing that's like in there. So they're laying on that bed. And you can turn on the bed to set it at like the Schumann resonance or gamma waves or whatever state you think is going to be beneficial for them. I'm planning on using Schumann resonance, I think, just to like amplify the actual energy work. And then it does infrared light, it does red light therapy, all the things, while they're just laying there. And then I'll do an energy healing session. I got a Vesa device, which is like I should, it's over there. I should have brought it out here so I could show you. It has like a Y bar, and it's basically a fancy TENS unit. And you can use it along those meridian pathways. You can do whatever you need to with it. I'm going to do something called the vagus nerve protocol with that device. And yeah, do a session and do an after reading to show them the change.
So how do we book with you right now? And then how do we book with you when you're at the med spa?
Well, right now, I want to offer everything through there. So we're still in discussion about if they're going to use my booking system, or clients will call the med spa and schedule a session with me there, kind of thing.
Amazing.
Yeah. So as far as, yeah, I mean, I'm not doing any like in-home things. I'm debating it though. I don't have a massage table. I need to purchase a massage table in order to do that. But yeah, like I have the mat. And this disc is going to be underneath the mat to block off any like EMFs. And I
Love that.
have the outlet, the spiral outlet, to make sure that the energy going into my mat is not dirty electricity, because it's radiating field around you, right? Gamma wave or whatever you choose. So you gotta.
I love that. I'm definitely coming for a session. And honestly, I'm so grateful. You did such an amazing job today, and it was amazing to really get to know you and what you're working on and everything that you have to offer. You have so much to offer this world, and you're amazing. Thank you. I'm so grateful that I had the opportunity to get to know you better today, and I'm so excited to continue to do that. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Trish.
Yeah.
Oh no, like I feel
Thank
like
you,
I'm
Puja.
a
Yeah, thank you guys so much. And she's
yeah.
amazing. Follow her on Healerverse on social media. She'll be announcing soon where she's going to be in Delray Beach. And we love you guys. Thank you for visiting Healerverse.